say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg. Joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Looking at the last game for the Orlando Magic, it was a loss to the Cavs in Cleveland.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
So the New York starting five. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Crawford. Then there's Towns. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Lee in at the 4 slot. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
That one goes. Count. Here's Schroeder. The feed to Covington. They set the pick. Off the pick. Great D that time from Leonard. And Middleton kicks it to West. Guarded by Crawford. No good. So New York will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Left side West. That's good from 17 feet away. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to visit with Kurt Rambis.
We talked about David West and what makes him such a tough player to defend. Coach said, West is special because he's so skilled for a player of his size and strength. He can score inside and also spread the floor with his shooting. He can have a quiet night and still drop 20 and 10, so we've got to stay conscious of him at all times. Guys, we'll see how they do against him.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's West. After the made shot by David Lee. For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's the screen. Covington inside the line. They get it back.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
Here's Schroeder. West with the block. Outside Leonard. Orlando moving the ball around. Now here's Valanciunas. 8 points his last outing. Screened by Valanciunas. Passes it to Leonard. Kicks it to West. And it's blocked. One-on-one fast break. Here's Covington. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Schroeder passes to Lee. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Lee's got his second basket.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Orlando with the ball, picked by West. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Crawford with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Jamal Crawford. In the corner, Middleton with it. Another miss by Middleton.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Covington dishes to Schroeder. It's Crawford on the wing. No luck. So Orlando will take it the other way.
And it became clear that thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Now here's Valanciunas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game, and he gets it to go. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
And so here's Orlando. David Lee missing his last shot. Guarded by Crawford. Feeds it to West. And Valanciunas kicks to Leonard. 5 to shoot. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Knicks shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Lee, a screen on Middleton. Schroeder passes to Lee. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows...
Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Well, he does such a good job of positioning himself, so you have a hard time getting shots over him. One of the best of all rookies denying the rim.
And New York making a change here. Morris has checked in. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay? So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And Morris drops them both.
And once again, last season, the Magic were near the bottom of the East. Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
Now, here's Leonard. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. And the Magic have been a bit of a doormat for the East the last few seasons, it seems, Clark.
Well, we'll put some numbers on that for you, partner.
Yep.
They've finished in the bottom 3 each of the last 3 seasons. The plan is to collect talent, and they've done that, but it hasn't gelled or matured to the point of being consistent yet.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Leonard hits them both.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Now, here's Schroeder. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Crawford kicks to Towns. Pass to Covington from deep. Orlando grabs the miss. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were around, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Here's Covington following the basket by Chris Middleton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
And he makes the first.
You know, what's a bit alarming for the Magic at home is that it was a step back from the previous season. I mean, for a team that's supposed to be young and improving, they shouldn't be getting worse at home year to year.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Taj Gibson's checked in for West. Doug McDermott comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Machine subbed in for Chris Middleton. And both free throws good for Covington.
And a big problem for the Magic at home was that they just didn't protect the rim. I mean, they would end with the second worst home field goal percentage against.
Here's Sloan. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. McDermott, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And he gets it to go. Covington's got 6 points.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Sloan dishes to Monroe. Pass to McDermott. Here's Sloan. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Monroe's got it all tied up now for Orlando. The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's Covington. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, he's been off. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Screen by Monroe. Here's Sloan. Rebounded by Covington. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Out to Morris. Gordon with it. Here's Covington. 6 points for him. From 11 feet away. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Orlando, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Sloan, defended by Gordon. The Machine passes to Monroe. Gibson the screen. And Monroe kicks to Gibson. And there's the pass to McDermott. Here's Sloan. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Knicks shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. More screen. Here's Schroeder, and Gibson sends it back. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Tony Snell's checked in for Robert Covington. Here's Schroeder, looking for his first basket still in this one. Up top, Morris. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McDermott. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. First in fewest turnovers per game. 9th in second chance points. And they also rank right there in the top 10 in fast break points. I mean, this is a really good transition team. They love to operate in the open court.
And, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Orlando. Houdini comes in for Donald Sloan. Houdini passes to Gibson. Can't get it to go. So New York will take it the other way. To the inside, the drive by Gordon. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
There's 1:34 left in the first. Pass to Houdini. Over to the left wing. Here's McDermott. Right through the D for the layup. McDermott's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Schroeder. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They set the pick. To the paint. Here's Capella. Here's Houdini. Stoudemire, the screen. Now McDermott, 6 on the shot clock. Outside Gibson. Here's Houdini. It's good from long range. Now it's a 5-point Magic lead. The Knicks shooting 40% here in the early stages. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Gordon for 3. Again, the miss by Gordon. Orlando leading by 5. Stoudemire outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
That free throw missing. and he can't hit the second.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
They set the pick. Schroeder kicks to Morris. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Magic lead by 5, and will return shortly. Knicks trail by 5. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And New York looking at who they've got. Towns is out there with David Lee. Then it's Crawford. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Snell in at the small forward. On offense, here are the Magic.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Now here's West. 17 points for him last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And here are the Knicks now, following the miss by David West. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Towns. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots, a dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Monroe comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Houdini. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Covington's checked in. Leonard hits them both.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Towns, no luck. Magic leading by 3. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Middleton against Crawford. Middleton can't get it to go.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
And Sloan kicks to Middleton. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
They set the pick. Schroeder passes to Towns. And he gets it to go. Towns has got the game tied up here for New York.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's West. He has 6. Leonard kicks to Middleton. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw good from Sloan. Greg, as you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Now here's Schroeder. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the pick. Five on the clock. Here's Crawford. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Middleton can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Covington dishes to Towns. Here's Schroeder. And again, New York with the triple. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Lets it go from 14. Another miss by Middleton. New York's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Covington. The rebound by Middleton.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And Sloan kicks it to West. Outside Leonard. Picked by West. Dishes to Middleton. Back to Leonard. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Quick review, looking at some numbers here for Towns. 2nd in rebounding, 11th in scoring, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean. Outstanding effort.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Orlando. Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Lee. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back in 4th start, that's for sure.
Now here's Middleton. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Back to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Schroeder. Inside, Lee, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And David Lee missing time early last season with that hamstring injury also opened the door up for Draymond Green to kind of take that starting power forward role. And give Lee credit, though. Didn't sulk, just threw himself into his new role as a super sub.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Greg, you're talking about David Lee, the 2-time All-Star. Pretty much a starter most of his career, though. A big change, Clark, as he came off the bench this past season after he was injured in the preseason.
Yeah, you think about his game, though, Kevin. Highly skilled, mobile, smart, gives you energy in scoring. I think he's ideal coming off the bench.
Good on the second free throw. One thing about David Lee, he's a proven scorer and rebounder. Clark, health, though, has been a concern.
It has been very durable early in his career, Kevin, but of late we've seen hamstring issues, back issues, and torn hip flexors, and that's taken a toll on him for sure.
Here's Valanciunas, rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now the dish to Lee. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And that one's good. 12 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, for David Lee, when healthy, he can absolutely fill it up. I mean, he's a terrific offensive player, can score over both shoulders, a really solid passer, and of course, a volume rebounder.
Here's Schroeder. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. From the line. No good from Lee.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
That shot wide open. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And David Lee reworking to improve his mid-range jumper going into last season. When he's hitting that shot, guys, he's almost impossible to defend.
Now here's Crawford. 26 points for him last game against Miami.
And in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Here's Sloan. He feeds it to Monroe. And here's Leonard. He's got 14. Lets it go from 14. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Well, it looks to me like Leonard is really feeling it out there. Kawhi Leonard.
Schroeder kicks to Crawford. The 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Crawford's got 4 points in the quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
How about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guards in the past 10 games. Jamal Crawford, 4th.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, you don't have to take a long look at their point totals to see that this is the premier group of scorers at the premier scoring position in the NBA. Shooting guards can flat out bring it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Capella's checked in, and Markieff Morris subbed in for Lee. Jacks up a 3, and that one's good. He's got 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Now here's Schroeder. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Off the screen. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
We've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. McDermott's checked in for Orlando. And New York with a change here, too. Tony Snell's checked in for Robert Covington. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with this combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Here's Snell, following the basket by Chris Middleton. Snell, the pass to Morris. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Gordon against Middleton. Defended by Gordon. No good from Valanciunas.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Gordon kicks to Snell. Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Valanciunas. Schroeder passes to Capella, 13 feet away. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Orlando now. They're on an 11-2 run. Gibson the screen. The feed to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Schroeder with the ball. He kicks to Morris. Wide open look. No good. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Gibson the screen. Middleton dishes to Valanciunas. Here's McDermott. And Capella sends it back. Knicks trail by 5. To the middle. And the basket by Gordon.
Assist goes to Dennis Schroeder.
The Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Middleton the pass to Valanciunas. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Jonas Valanciunas.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And so it's New York with it, trailing by 5. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it. But one of them has got to win tonight.
Gordon with no one around. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. McDermott passes to Houdini. He dishes it to McDermott. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Here's the machine. Screened by Valanciunas. To the paint. Stolen by Gordon. Pulls up on the wing. Cannot hit. And New York the other way now. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Here's McDermott following the basket by Ben Gordon. 6 to shoot. Now here's McDermott. D right on him. Another shot. Valanciunas. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Valanciunas hits them both.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Knicks trail by 5. Now Schroeder. Feeds to Morris. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain, and that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Magic out in front, up by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points and 3 assists. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
One thing I really like is their pace, nice and quick. A lot of their buckets came in transition. When they saw opportunity, they took it. It's so important for a team to be able to dictate the pace of the game, and we saw them do exactly that. They should stick with that because it's working. Keep up that transition game.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Knicks trail by 3. We've got West. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Chris Middleton is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. No good on that one. Second free throw, no good. And he nails the third. Orlando with the ball. The lead is 2. Here's Leonard. West setting the pick for Leonard. Middleton left side. Corner shot. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Schroeder kicks to Covington. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Defended by Middleton. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Crawford. Lee's got it all tied up now for the Knicks. Magic shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Middleton on the wing. Outside Leonard. Screen by Valanciunas. Leonard kicks to Valanciunas. Here's West. The layup off target.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks down the step-back J. 7 points in the game.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third. And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Here's Valanciunas following the score by New York. Shot's good. 18 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Crawford. He's got 8, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Middleton. It's Monroe, high post. Orlando moving the ball around. And Leonard gets it to go. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
And here's Crawford following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. There's the pick. Here's Covington. He's covered by Leonard. Covington with the bucket.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
He's guarded by Schroeder. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 9.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
Crawford kicks it over to Schroeder. To the left wing. Here's Covington. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Monroe outside. Pass to Middleton. Back to Monroe. Over to the left wing. 4 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Crawford outside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Checking out the game Jamal Crawford is having. He has 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Sloan. Gibson the screen. The floater. And it's good on the way in. Sloan's got the lead up to 7 now for Orlando.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And here's Schroeder. And there's the pass to Lee. New York, no good that time either.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Passes it to Gibson. Down low, here's Monroe. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
And Orlando making a change here. McDermott's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Now here's Lee, 13 points in the game. And Orlando making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. Now here's Schroeder. Dishes to Lee. From the high post, he drills it. Lee's got 4 this quarter. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area, and there's still value in that.
Now here's Schroeder. Ari Stoudemire missing his last shot. And Gibson sends it back. And they're able to recover. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
Well, right here, Kevin, we can get a look at New York and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 2nd in three-point field goal percentage. 6th in free throw percentage. And they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
You know, you go back to their three-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
And here are the Knicks now. 7-point differential. Out to Lee. Shot clock at 5. New York moving it around. The second chance effort. Covington's shot is off. Magic have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Stoudemire outside. Here's Sloan, guarded by Crawford. And Sloan kicks to Gibson. Middleton against Lee. Shoots. Middleton can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 7. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. Fires it up. Tries again. And it's Lee getting it to go. Lee's got 17 now.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Here's Sloan. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got his second basket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Schroeder kicks to Covington. Picked by Lee. Here's Covington. He's got 12. The shot is off. Stoudemire with the defensive effort.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Stoudemire, the screen. In the corner, Middleton with it for 3. They get it back. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Covington dishes to Crawford. Lee, a screen on Middleton. Now the feed to Towns. And there's another one for the Knicks.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Fans, get ready.
We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. 5th on the list, the Magic.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Johnson, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. The machine comes in for Chris Middleton. And Houdini subbed in for Donald Sloan. Johnson with it. Stoudemire, the screen. Pass to Houdini. The dish to Stoudemire. Shot clock at 5. Buries it down low. Stoudemire's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic. And for the Knicks, they're shooting about 42% so far. Gordon kicks to Snell. He feeds it to Schroeder. He dishes it to Capella. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 9. The machine passes to Gibson. Here's Houdini. Back to Johnson. And it's Stoudemire at the elbow. And Capella sends it back. Now Schroeder. He kicks it to Gordon. Here's Snell. Morris a screen. Here's the teardrop. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Snell.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Here's Houdini. Kicks it to Gibson. The machine passes to Gibson. Goes to the reverse layup and caps it in. Gibson's got 6.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And so here is New York. They trail by 9 points. Snell dishes to Morris. And that one comes up a bit short. Orlando's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Outside Gibson. Johnson in the corner. Lets it go. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That's his first foul. So for the Magic, Valanciunas comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's West in for Taj Gibson. Here's Schroeder. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Knicks have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Schroeder.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
So Johnson hits 2 of them.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Here's Snell. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. They set the pick, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Knicks ball.
And New York making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Six on the shot clock. West against Morris. Rebound by the Magic.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
No good from West.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Crawford drives in.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
And that one falls for Jamal Crawford. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Orlando. Both free throws good from Crawford. 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Feeds it to West. There's the pass to Houdini. West against Morris. West passes to Houdini. Takes the three. Shot is off. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Magic lead by 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Magic leading by 7. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Markieff Morris is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Crawford, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. Middleton left side, takes a 3, count the bucket. Middleton's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Here's Crawford. Shot is no good. West with some nice D. Orlando's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Guarded by Crawford. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Morris a screen. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. No problems knocking that one down.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Middleton outside. Here's Monroe. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Monroe's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic. The Knicks shooting around 41% on the night. Morris a screen. Morris with a screen on Middleton. They double him with West. Crawford kicks to Morris. And it's Orlando with the rebound. West has got 8 rebounds in this game. Screen by Monroe. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by New York. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Snell kicks to Covington. There's the pick. Pass to Snell. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Middleton on the wing. Monroe dishes to Middleton. Passes to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. No luck. And New York the other way now. Snell kicks to Crawford. New York moving it around. Here's Covington. Stolen by Middleton. Guarded by Crawford. Picked by West. Dishes it to Middleton. Monroe with a screen on Crawford. 5 to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
At the line, shooting 2. Greg Monroe.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Capella. And Lee's subbed in for Markieff Morris. So he gets them both. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
Timeout Knicks. Fans, get ready.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He challenged this group to really go for it, saying, now's the time when winners take control. Now let's go out there and take it to them. Guys, a nice pep talk. We'll see if he got them going.
Thank you, Doris. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Towns wide open. And the Knicks miss again.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
West a screen on Crawford. Puts one up from 19. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Crawford's shot is good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Good. And that's now 10 points for Greg Monroe. Here's Crawford. A ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
Key is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
And Clark, I agree. The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Here's Snell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Snell's got 4 this quarter.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And Middleton kicks to Monroe. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now the feed to Covington. There's the pick. Here's Crawford. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for New York. Magic leading by 7. Here's Monroe. Got a hand on it. And here's Schroeder. Crawford outside. No good. Great D that time from Middleton. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Crawford outside. New York moving the ball around. Now here's Schroeder. They get a hand on it. Towns, the pass to Schroeder. They set the pick. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Lee gets the bucket.
great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
The Magic have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now here's Leonard. Pass to West. Fades. No good off the front iron. Knicks trail by 5. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Good. And that's 21 points for David Lee.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And the basket by West.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Towns sets the pick for Crawford. The 9-foot shot. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Orlando leading by 5. On, here we go. Crawford all alone. Finished off the break. Crawford's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Orlando with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Screen by Monroe. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Greg Monroe.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Here's Middleton. 4 on the shot clock. Another miss by Orlando. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
And here's Covington from the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with them. It's a tough day so far.
The dish to Middleton. Screen by Valanciunas. Off the screen. Bullseye. 14 points for Chris Middleton. And so here is New York. It's a 5-point game. Schroeder kicks to Crawford. Crawford missing again. Magic leading by 5. Right side Leonard. All alone. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Schroeder. No good. West with some nice D. The Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Now here's Lee. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Here's Crawford. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Crawford's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
So it's Orlando now, leading by 5. Middleton outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Lee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
And Schroeder still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
Good on the second free throw.
And for Schroeder, not a great outside shooter yet, but he's an attack guard. I mean, blinding speed, very slippery, eel-like. He gets into that lane and can make a defense collapse in a heartbeat. That alone is where his value is right now.
He's guarded by Schroeder. Kicks it to Middleton. 5 to shoot. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Schroeder with the ball. West picks him up. Crawford, you know what?
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
And it's the Magic with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The pass to Middleton. Picked by West. Valanciunas dishes to Middleton.
They've not had the same success from outside here in the second half that they did in the first. So it might make sense to look at going inside a little more this half.
It's Crawford on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Towns, the pass to Schroeder. And it's off from three-point range.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Valanciunas. Can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. 1:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Schroeder kicks to Towns. He feeds it to Covington. There's the screen. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on David West.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 8 rebounds, and from long range, he's hit 1 three-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
Valanciunas, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
kicks to Crawford. Picked by Lee. Crawford dishes to Schroeder. Back to Crawford. Stolen by Middleton. Feeds it to Leonard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Leonard's playing extremely well. 22 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Kawhi Leonard.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
.102 left in the fourth. Schroeder passes to Crawford. New York, no good that time either. Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here are the Magic now. Back to Leonard. Middleton outside. Misses the 3.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Covington dishes to Crawford. He kicks it to Schroeder. The 10-footer. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West.
Fans, get ready for your
26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's Crawford with the 3. Pass to Covington. Puts up a 3. Crawford missing again. Outside Leonard. And so it's Orlando winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David, obviously a very productive second unit. How does that change this basketball team when they play like that?
I mean, they set the tone. And we're a very deep team. And our bench is going to have an advantage most nights.
David, thank you. Kevin, depth always important in the NBA.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his stifling brand of D.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.